Well, hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. As you can see, you guessed it, it's a great day. We're back at the mountain just for a one-day trip. I keep saying we, but it's really just me today. Just a couple, I know you're tired of me doing these housekeeping projects, but I just got back from Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for Christmas. I had to come and I have some projects that I got to take care of up here that just have to be done, that are not cool projects, not sexy projects. We're not finishing the pole barn. We're not starting the mini cabin yet, but those are all just right around the bend, right after we get through this season. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. As I always say, we're absolutely blessed to have this property, to be able to do any projects, and to be able to have these things that we have to do. So sit back, relax, get yourself something to drink. It's the middle of the day here. It's 70 degrees, so I'm gonna grab some water. But I just left, like I said, I just left Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving, and we had like 4 inches of snow. It was 12 degrees, so maybe something warmer for yourself. But enough of me jabbering. Let's get to business. All right, so two big projects I got to do. One, I got to get this corn feeder fixed, and I'll slap in some pictures. These raccoons are something else. They literally, the day we were leaving to go to Pennsylvania, they snapped off one of the brackets, and 200 pounds of corn dumped out. So I'm gonna try to jerry rig some stuff up with some chicken wire and some zip ties, and see if we can't keep those raccoons out of there for the interim. The second thing that I got to do, well, I got to move that camera, but that's not a big deal. We'll just move the camera. And then the last thing I got to do, check this camper. So those of you that have been following along with us for a while know we've had some residents here. One time it was just a mouse and some babies. The next time it was a snake. So let's get this camper open. I can already tell we are inundated. Let me flip this around. Oh yeah. Nice. Look at that. Yep. Welcome to the South in the winter. You guessed it. Those are all ladybugs. Holy frijoles. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell if there's any mouse poop or not with all these ladybugs. I mean, look at this. This is just thousands of ladybugs. I mean, holy cow. Let me just sweep some out of here so I'm not just smashing them into the floor. Gosh, my golly. All right, now it got kind of dark, didn't it? Yeah, more ladybugs. The stuff is kicking. All right, I had to get a flashlight. Let's take a look around, see what we got other than ladybugs. Ladybugs. Tons of ladybugs. Well, that's a good sign. So that's our mouse bait. Usually there's always 1 or 2 drops of poop right there. Nothing today. Let's keep going. Holy cow, these ladybugs are something else. I mean, wow. All right, no poop back here. 6 trillion. Oh gosh almighty. More ladybugs in the bathtub. That is something else right there, and they're just flying around. I'm gonna leave them alone. So we're gonna have to clean next time we come up here. Let's see if I can do this without making anybody seasick. No. All right, well, let me look underneath this cabinet. Down here under this cabinet's the last place I saw a mouse, house, and tracks. So let me take a look, and I'll see if I can bring you along with me. All right, so you see in here, that's not where the mouse house was, where the nest was, but there was tons of poop there. The last nest was over there behind those pipes, and you can't see, but I can see. There's not a mouse poop. There's not any sign of mice anymore. Holy frijoles. I didn't think this day was ever going to come. I mean, I know you're like, whatever, dude, it's a mouse, but it wasn't a mouse. It was a mouse. It was 5 babies. It was a snake. mothballs, and what was the other thing that I used? Oh, I couldn't get any spearmint or peppermint smelling stuff on mothballs, so I used Vicks Vapor Rub. So let me look underneath the bed. Here is where I put that Vicks Vapor Rub on mothballs, cotton balls. Let me see if we got any underneath there. All right, so real generically, let's look under here. Yep, mothballs. I don't see any poop anywhere, not even at their little trap. So I think mothballs are the way to go. And the cotton balls are over there. I can see them. So yeah, good there too. And last but not least, all right, our cotton balls are still there. I see one little piece of mouse poop. One piece. That could be just me left it behind. That's a good sign though. I'll take it. Woo! Goodbye and good riddance. Well, all right, so the camper's all cleared. Let's head down here and see what we can do with this chicken wire and this corn feeder, because the raccoons are costing me money and I don't like it. Well, all right, let's walk down here and see what we got. It looks like it turned out pretty lucky. So they didn't break. I was afraid they had broken off this. They broke one of the other ones. I have another feeder just like this one. Thanks to FBV, he couldn't use them, so he let me have them. But it looks like it's just the screw. So let me get the other side unhooked and see what we can do here. So let's see if we can get this off. This side, this wing nut broke off. So, and this is not the time for me to be trying to do maintenance. I mean, I have to, because I have to. I'll slip in some pictures. These pesky raccoons broke this off. This is, like I said, not the first time they've done this. And I had just filled this feeder up. And I'll throw some pictures in there so you can see. I had about 200 pounds of corn in here. And the raccoons snapped that other wing nut off. And all of it dropped out all on the ground. So it's been great, but this is the first week of December. So prime hunting time here in Alabama right now, and not the time for me to be out here making all this noise and having to do all these repairs, but I got to do it because the hunting season in Alabama goes until February. So I'm going to keep feeding the deer until February. I'll probably keep feeding them all winter. Yeah, it's just got to be done. And I know some people feel some kind of way about using a corn feeder to attract deer. And I did. I used to judge a lot about that, but it's not my place to judge. The state makes the laws, and I follow the laws. Both here in Alabama and in Georgia, it's the same. And I kind of equated it's not any different than if you plant a field that's just a spot that's solely for deer, or you're planting corn or you're planting anything else, you're still doing it just for them. This is just a little easier than me having to have all the equipment and everything to do that. So enough of my soapbox. You know, I get it. I'm sure I'll get some comments about the feeder down below, but that's okay. I'm willing to accept them. So that's what we can do to get this thing fixed. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. These go right in the edges here, and I'm just going to slide that in there, try to line that up, and slide this in here. Let me get this guy on, and then I'll move you over to the side so you can see what I'm talking about. Well, helps if I don't drop the wing nuts. All right, so right there you can see there's just a wing nut that's coming through, and then that'll slide up and down once I set the space underneath here. Let's move to the other side. All right, so like I said, this guy just sits right in there. Get your wing nut on there, tighten that down, and that looks like pretty decent spacing to me. Well, right about there. And then tighten those wing nuts down. Keep the raccoons from knocking it down again. And now let's see if we can bust open that chicken wire and see if we can't get something going with that. All right, so the idea is we got this chicken wire that I think this thing's gonna be able to sling corn through. And I'm just gonna very rudimentarily, generically, just start zip tying it up here. Because the idea is I'm trying to keep the raccoons out, but I still need to be able to access the controls and access to be able to fill up the feeder. And so, to much everybody's surprise, I'm certain I did not go on YouTube and look up any techniques on how to do this. I just started thinking about it, and this literally happened. So the day we were packing up to go home to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving is when this happened. So it's been sitting for almost 2 weeks now, where the corn was just on the ground. Lottie-dottie, everybody come by and eat as much as you want, whenever you want. And that's what happened. So 200 pounds of corn consumed rather quickly, which was not ideal for me, because now I got to get 200 more pounds of corn, which of course I have in the truck. But let's see how this works. I don't know. I can't say this is going to work or not work. Heck, it might make it easier for the raccoons to get it. I don't know. I hope not, but all I can do is try to keep them out. And this doesn't look too terrible so far. All right, there you kind of get the basic idea. I think you can see that. So what I'm probably going to do is make some cuts along here, along each leg, and I'm going to fold it up underneath to keep them from getting in underneath, because they could probably just jump up, crawl on the inside, and still have their way with it. And then we'll have to cover this gap right up here, but that'll be easy with a small piece there. So let me do that, and then we'll come back and I'll get this thing off my head. All right, so let's walk and talk. As you can see, here's the step. I kind of tested this out to make sure that there's enough space there for me to get my foot in so that I can fill this up. Lots of zip ties. I don't know if you could have too many on this. Like I said, I'm just kind of making this up as I go. I left these sharp edges kind of sticking out here just as a deterrent. I don't think it's going to hurt them. I mean, it might be an owie, but it's not going to cause any serious physical damage to the raccoons. I kind of feel bad for the squirrels because they come up and like to enjoy too, but they don't wreak havoc as bad as the raccoons do. So yeah, zip tied, cut up here along the edges, and then folded it up underneath. As you can see, lots of zip ties here, but all these front the two sides and then the front come together here, and then the back I brought those up around. I might put a couple more zip ties here anywhere that I think they might be able to sneak in. And then I won't have to access this too much, but I left the gap here in the back because this is where, after I load the feeder again, this is where I'll come and test it to make sure that we actually are able to sling corn out of the chicken wire, and that my spacing is correct on the top right there. So I wish Maggie was here. She isn't, but that's okay. It's only 70 degrees on December, whatever today is, December 2nd, 3rd, 4th, something. It's early December, hotter than Hades. But I'll drag that corn down here. We'll get this loaded up, and then we'll test it out together and see how it does. All right, well, I'm not super excited right now. So I put 2 bags of corn in here. I bought some molasses flavored corn because they tore it up last time. The problem is when I put it in, you can see it's still wet. So let's run through this real quick. You can see why I'm not real happy. We're gonna do a little test. See how this comes out. See, there should be a steady pour. I got a little corn in my beard, but that's okay. There should be a steady pour corn coming out of that. So I have 2 more bags I need to put in there, but I'm not gonna do it now. Maybe I'll go back and see the fella, see if he's got some dry stuff. And if not, then let that stuff sit in the garage until a later date. So let me move on to the next project. We need to find a spot to put this trail camera, because I'll throw up some pictures. I get a lot of false positives because of the way the sun comes up and it moves throughout the day. So I get a lot of false hits. So I need to find a new spot for that. So let me just wander around here a little bit, or you can look around. You can take a look. See old Blue Jean up there? That's where the trail is. It goes up to the top of the mountain. Little sun in your face. Goes down into the valley. Nice little draw right there, which is where the deer are coming up in that draw. And then I have another trail camera set for video that's not a cellular trail camera, and I just checked that. Got some great activity. Got some bucks fighting on there, so that's pretty cool. I'll try to include that. So let's find a spot for this other camera. Oh, and I got to button this up too. Let me get this thing buttoned up, and then we'll start working on that other thing. Well, all right, friends, there you go. Pretty simple. We'll see. I'll share some pictures. I probably won't post this video for at least another week, so hopefully I'll get some pictures of the raccoons trying to get in there. We'll see. I mean, it's my own fault. I should have just gone with plain corn, but I was like, molasses, the deer are gonna love the sweet. I didn't realize it was still sticky, but we'll see. Maybe it'll get him to come back. I got a good video of a monster that has been coming up to visit, so I might throw that picture in there too. I might not, because I don't want you to try to figure out where Watavue Mountain is and come and take my wall hanger. But absolutely blessed. A great day. I mean, like I said, it's 70 degrees. It's a little warm for me for the first week of December, but I'm not complaining. It's just a blessing to be up here. The air is clear. It's crisp. It's clean. We're absolutely blessed to be able to do these things, to come up here, to have these animals on our property. God is truly great in how He's designed everything. So if I don't see you, Merry Christmas. I probably won't, but if I don't, Merry Christmas. If I do, I'll tell you Merry Christmas when I see you too. It's another special time of the year. I know we just did a quick little Thanksgiving video. We might do a Christmas video too that just say Merry Christmas. But I think it's important for everybody to realize the important significance of this Christmas and the birth of Jesus Christ, and everything that He's done for us as humans, as sinners, that we can't escape. We just can't escape it. It's part of who you are. So give thanks, and keep Christ in Christmas, and be thankful for everything that you have, because you're truly blessed. We get another day, we're truly blessed. So thanks for checking us out. Hit like, hit subscribe, check out some of our other videos. I'll probably throw one up over here. So if you don't like this video, check out these other ones and see if you like them. Then hit like and subscribe. But in the meantime, be safe. We'll see you next time.